What's up, guys? Welcome back to Comic Corner, which is what I call this little quick show where I talk about a comic that I just read and tell you what happens in it, show you some of the pictures, and chill out in my little Christmas corner here. Hey, it's Christmas Corner. Hey! This time I've got a comic from Mr. Chakra Zoo. Always good for giving me cool shit and comics and stuff. Love the guy. Link in description. Check him out. Love the buddy. This one is called X Factor Special Prisoner of Love, Jim Starlin Jackson Queeching? Queechy? Queech? Is that a C? I don't know if that's a G or a C. It didn't have any little thing on it. I'm guessing it's a G because it kind of, whatever. It's either Coochie or Guichi or whatever. Anyway, I looked at it and I was like, what is that, Beast making out with Jean Grey? I don't know what's going on here. So I'll jump right into it and I'll tell you what happened in it. We're opening up with some narration, some internal dialogue from Mr. Hank McCoy, the Beast here, Blue Beastie. He is talking about, not feeling great, having a bad day, and he needs to go take a walk and kind of be among the, just kind of blend into the people of the streets and try not to be noticed and just kind of take it easy. But thinking back to being in the danger room, and we got the old school, this specific era where Angel was Archangel and Iceman was, more icy than snowy, and so he wasn't really in the mood to be in the training stuff. He didn't know that they were going to be there, and kind of surprise them, catch them off guard. We see little Jean Grey over here with a child that they call Chris. I don't think I've ever heard of any child of Jean Grey and Scott Summers being called Christopher. So I don't know what that's about, but the child has abilities. She tries to telepathically move some food into the kid's mouth, and he throws it back in her face. And so this is sort of the moment that Scott comes to talk to him, and he's like, this is all, I'm not having a good day. I need to get out of here. That was the flashback. So now we're back on the streets. Then he sees some punks chasing some woman down into an alleyway, and he decides he's gonna go check it out, make sure she's okay, perched on top of the building there. So he throws a rock at the dude with the razor. He's about to cut the lady, and then he sees the lady, and he's like, holy crap, that's the most beautiful lady I've ever seen in my life. And he gets kind of distracted, and the guys are able to like kind of catch him by surprise and throw bricks at him and shit. Otherwise, he would have made quick work of him, but he was distracted by Lady. And since he was distracted, the brick knocks him out, and he wakes up, and he's in Lady's apartment, and he starts talking to her, tries to get to know her, but she's kind of mysterious. She discovers that he is a mutant, one of the Homo superior mutants. She is still mysterious, not really telling him much of what's going on, but she knows his name, and she knows things about him. She's kind of like, she can get into his head, so maybe she's a telepath of some kind. Talks about how their souls touched each other as soon as they met eyes. I am the woman you've searched for all your life. I am the loving heart that will drive off the dank and lonely night. Alright, lady. She says she needs a protector, and he is going to be that protector for her because she's beautiful and lovely, and their souls fucking met each other, and they liked it. Big ol' kissy page. There we go. Oh yeah, at this point I will mention that on the front she looks like a redhead, like they were trying to hint at him maybe kissing Jean Grey or something. That seems a little deceptive because she is very, very blonde. So they must have slept together. He wakes up in this giant empty apartment, goes looking for some food. He keeps trying to find out where she came from, but she doesn't really want to talk about it. She's like, why does it matter as long as we, love each other or whatever. She says, I will give you all the pleasures you've ever wanted. All you need to do is be my protector. And then she bites his hand, and there's all blood on her lip. She bites the beast's hand. And she's like, did it hurt? And he's like, no, it didn't hurt. Everything's fine. And then they kiss, and then we go into weird, demony red sky landscape. And in Demon Landscape, there is giant, black, monstery, shapeless craziness, fucking Lovecraftian darkness creature. And we see that he has some sort of human form down here. And he's walking the streets and he's searching for something. What something could that be? So he wakes up, Cynthia! He wakes up and she's there looking all booby. And, I mean, pretty. and she's like, I know about the shit. I know what's going on. I know there's somebody trying to get me. I really love the artwork in this. That art style is very, very slick. He keeps trying to ask her what she is, and she's like, I can't explain to you what I am. It wouldn't make sense to you. He wakes up again, and he feels like crap. He feels drained. He's like, I don't know, he thinks maybe he has the flu or whatever. And he sees Archangel flying around out there. But for some reason, she doesn't want him to call out to Archangel and say hello, so she closes the window, says he needs more rest. So he goes back to sleep, presumably, and then wakes up when somebody's screaming, hey, kitties, what? And he runs out there, busts through a wall or door or whatever, and he sees her hanging over a fire. And the other X Factor members are there with their weapons and their shit, and they're burning her. She's upside down, and they're trying to burn her alive. So then Cyclops blasts him, and he looks all demony, and they're saying weird shit. They're gonna kill her. And Cyclops looking all crazy and demony, and Beast punches him out of the way. He starts dodging everybody's attacks, fucking punching them. Stop it! You stop it! And then all of a sudden she's just already there, like naked in his arms, just fucking, you saved me. This is great. You're great. We're great. It's great. And he says something about being a slave to her, and he can't break the chains, and he says, you're evil, and she says, I'm not evil. I'm beyond good and evil. I'm just a thing. And he wakes up again, and he's even more tired. He's like, I think I'm dying. And she's like, you're not dying. You just feel like that, blah, blah, blah. It gets explained a little bit later. She basically kind of vaguely explains that she is a creature that exists and that is sort of just a creature of light and pleasure. And there is another group that has killed her kind, and they are the Dark Ones, the evil Dark Ones that hate them, and they want to get rid of, the light and pleasure people. She admits that she has been taking his energy. She's been, hanging out with him and giving him love and shit, but she's also been draining him of energy because she was weak after trying to escape from the Dark Ones. She says that he might be able to help her against the Dark One since Beast isn't quite human. She wasn't able to sense him as a human because he's not quite human. So, he might be able to distract the Dark One long enough because he won't be able to sense him either, and then she can slip past and defeat him. So she tells him to close his eyes until she greets the Dark One, and then when he opens his eyes, he's supposed to just stare at the Dark One and not move his gaze. He has to, only when she says now, or when she greets the thing, he's got to focus on the Dark One guy, and as soon as she says now, he's supposed to come at him and attack. He keeps his eyes closed, and he starts to feel his energy returning, and then the Dark One shows up, and then she greets him, and he opens his eyes, and he realizes, this is all of, his reality is starting to, fall apart, and the darkness and the chaos is everything's starting to, distort the things that he's seeing. So he's got to keep staring at the monster and not look away, and she's trying to do what she can against it, but it's not gonna work unless he's able to catch it off guard. So she hears him, she says now, and so he jumps at the thing, and it immediately knocks him back. And then we get this crazy shit, which I guess is apparently this weird crystally icebergy shape is pushing away the darkness, and apparently that is her. That's I guess that's her original form or something. She's a big old light crystally space thing, and it pushes away the dark, and they win, and they embrace each other, and then all of a sudden she's gone, and he's back in the alley when he was trying to help her. He's trying to figure out, was it all a dream? Will I ever feel that kind of love again? What's going on? What is this? And then he looks down at his hand, and he sees that he's still got the little bite marks from when she bit him the first time. So it really was a thing. And yeah, that's it. The end. Beast and a little old lady had a nice little thing with space rock lady, metaphorical space rock lady, and him defeated the darkness, the dark ones from space or wherever it is she comes from. It's a neat little one-off story. It's all, there's no extra, no chapters, no more after this. It all wraps up right in those last couple of pages, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of neat. It wasn't too lovey-dovey, and I like that it was, had some cool supernatural elements, and I'm sure those were characters that never will exist ever again. It probably is just for this one comic. And I like the way Beast was drawn. It was a little bit different. It was a variation of the old school kind of pointy thing, but it was a little more werewolfy. And, more like he had kind of had a beard. It was a little more werewolfy. I really liked the artwork a lot. I thought that was really cool. I liked the abstract idea of her and this creature being, she just looks and acts whatever way she knows that the Beast wants her to look and act. And I assume the dark one is, he's taking his human form, obviously, so he can, blend in and come find her and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a very interesting story. It was funny that the God Loves, Man Kills thing that Chakra sent me not too long ago also had a bit where somebody's brain was being manipulated into thinking the X-Men were evil and making them look like demons and stuff, and that one also did that. So anyway, that was Comic Corner. Thank you, Chakra, for sending me this interesting book. I had a good time reading it. Good looking out, brother. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking and feeling. Do you have any favorite X Factor stories or favorite characters or anything? Let me know. Yeah, so peace out, y'all.